Every so often I will say something about MAGA, which is the acronym for Make America Great Again. And it's not necessarily about teasing or downing them, those who belong full-throated, wholeheartedly to MAGA. Just, I guess, it's trying to understand positions on certain things. And if you're a secular person, okay, I may get some of these things. Where I guess I run into questions, and these are questions I have to ask. If you're a member of a Christ-filled church, a assembly that's called out from the world, that is to propagate the gospel of Christ, I have some questions, really some serious questions. And maybe someone can answer these questions for me, because I do want to see not the emphasis, but I want to see the reason behind some of the positions that are taken. Now, I understand many people on the right feel that because many people in the black church are Democrats, and they automatically say, well, you must approve abortion, you must approve transgender, and so on and so on. And I have to let them know that even if there are those that are on the Democratic, they vote Democratic, there are certain things about some of the platform that the church people don't like. And so they vote in spite of their uneasiness or even anger at the positions that Democrats will take. So I understand to a certain extent about MAGA that you don't necessarily support everything on the Republican Party or far left or whatever happens to be. But I do have some questions, because there are preachers, evangelists that speak about these things. So let me begin. Number one, if Christ has told us, and if it was, he's only saying what was emphasized in the Old Testament regarding strangers, why do we treat strangers from particular countries so badly? Those particularly persons of color. Because it doesn't really matter what the color of a person is, or the language they speak. And understand that there have been some people who came here illegally that have been involved in some horrendous crimes. But it's just like saying, well, I saw a black person, or I saw a white person, or I saw a Latino, or I saw an Asian person kill somebody, then let's put some restrictions on the entire race. Doesn't make any sense. These are anecdotal instances and not the norm. So I do have a question regarding that particular issue. Why does many people who are God-fearing people, as you tell me, why are you treating those that are coming to this country for freedom, from protection from gangs in their own country, from paramilitary troops, and other things that may befall them? In fact, it's funny, Israel twice went to Egypt because of a famine. So why treat those that are not citizens here so badly? Question number 2. Why do you put up with abject lying? Just lying. When someone you have voted for, someone you have trumpeted as, this is the person who I want to represent me. And they lie. We say, well, Democrats, they lie all the time, yeah? Many of them do. But right now, most of the people that are holding the key positions are Republicans. And these lies are like, wow, pants on fire lies. And even in the face of truth, the lies keep going. And not only are they not held accountable for their lies, but so many, even among those who go to these churches, they make excuses, all kinds of excuses. I mean, I would rather you feel that, yes, he lied on this one. He really did lie, but I want to vote for it. I have more respect for that. I really would. But to me, a person who is elected to a high position should not need an interpreter every time they speak. That's just me. So my question, number 2, why support these candidates who just completely lie? And why make up stories as to why they're doing so? Call them on it. But you don't. Number 2. Number 3. Many of you, not all of you, but many of you have listened to, again, lies about what programs like DEI happen to be like, or what entails DEI. And many people feel that is a lowering of the, lowering of standards, when that's not even the case. A true DEI program is one that tries to do outreach to bring more diversity into, without sacrificing quality. That's what true DEI is supposed to do. Everyone that is hired or picked has a high degree of expertise in their field and have great moral character. In that vein, why shut down what is called critical race theory, which essentially means is treating studies of various peoples and cultures and races using a critical eye, which I thought is what we do anyway as historians. The Bible does that. The Bible doesn't sugarcoat anything. Like, Abraham lied and didn't have the faith that God had asked of him to have in having an heir. So he messed up. And Ishmael came in the picture. Talk about Moses. Moses killed somebody before he became leader. He killed an Egyptian. And he thought no one was looking. And later on, he disobeyed God. Moses, yes, he did. That's why he couldn't enter the promised land. And stories go on and on and on. Doesn't take away from their greatness, but it shows that we're all human. Talking about slavery and Jim Crow and about the forces against the Reconstruction era, those who treated Asians, mainly Chinese, horribly on the railroads, the internment of Japanese. That's part of our history. Doesn't make us a horrible nation. It just means that if you look at it, we can see ourselves and make adjustments because of it. And you can still be proud of your nation. But many of you dismiss it altogether. Why? If we're all Christians, we should be learning from everything that happens. Why aren't we learning? Why do we want to let's look at the good things? So I'm sure I have a few more questions, but I'm not going to bog you down with that tonight. But I just had questions. I just wanted to make sure I understood why MAGA churches hold on to some of the platforms that you hold on to, when the Bible clearly talks against it. Now, I'm not talking from a leftist, socialist, communist vein. I'm talking from one who wants to follow Christ. So feel free to let me know. Feel free to tell me where I'm wrong. And just let me know. Not in being a fight tit for tat, but a nice discussion. So we understand where each side stands. Does that sound like a good deal to you? Hopefully it does. God bless you. Take care in Jesus' name.